Yo, what's going on with y'all today, man? Another episode, brand new episode, Real Conversation Podcast, presented to you by Real Conversation Podcast Network. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Let us know where you're from. Tapping in. Let us know your opinions on today's topic. I know y'all used to the regular formatted episodes where we talk about trending topics from the previous week. But today, today will be a new episode and a new format. This is a panel based episode. We will be talking about the significance of why we are still celebrating holidays in general, but the Pacific holiday that just passed, Christmas, the origins of Christmas, the origins for Black folks in this country. And we're going to break down reasons why we still celebrate it to the day and spend trillions of dollars on this one day. Repeatedly each year, and the rituals we also do on this day. And let's get into the clips before I personally give my personal opinion on this holiday. So, right now, we're going to go into the breakdown of the whole holiday and everything like that. So, remember to like, share, and subscribe, comment down below. Let us know if you want to join in the comments. We'll leave a link in the comments. Let's go to it. Let's get to it right now, man. Appreciate the love and support. Let's go.
What's good? My name is Charity Croft. It's Christmas time! But why this time? I mean, I'm sure you already know December 25th has nothing to do with Jesus' birthday. According to the Bible, he was born sometime between spring and early October, but it was absolutely not December 25th. So then what is the reason for the season? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's most likely because in the year 336, the Roman Emperor Constantine was trying to do away with paganism and really make Christianity a thing. Well, at that time, the biggest ancient festival was something called Saturnalia. This was a festival celebrating the god Saturn that lasted a little over a week starting on December 17th. The ancient Romans chose this time to celebrate Saturn because it was during winter solstice, which is when the sun is in a very specific position in the sky. Now, we won't get too far into that, but listen, once you learn why Saturday is named after Saturn and why Sunday is named after the sun, and notice how most religious activities take place on one of those 2 days, a lot of things will start making sense to you. Anyway, so Constantine thought, since everybody's already celebrating at this time, I can just make this the day that we celebrate Jesus, and the whole world can make a much easier transition to Christianity. You gotta realize that at this time, most people worshiped multiple deities and were so-called pagans. Well, since Constantine and the Council of Nicaea were hell-bent on making Christianity the most powerful religion on earth, they just slapped their holidays on top of pagan holidays so the people could convert easier. Side note, the reason why Easter is always celebrated on a different day every year is because it's always the Sunday after the first full moon of the vernal equinox. Super pagan, nothing to do with Jesus' resurrection, nothing. Anywho, Christmas trees were used to decorate Saturnian temples, mistletoe was used by ancient druids because they believe it had mystical powers, and presents were given during winter solstice to celebrate the spring to come. Pagan, pagan, pagan! And you ain't even know it. So pagan, in fact, that Christmas was outlawed in the New World when the Puritans first got here because they knew how pagan it was. It didn't become okay till the 1680s when they realized that gift giving could be profitable. Speaking of pagan, what does that word even mean? Like, why do we act like pagan means devil worshiper? The actual definition of pagan is any person holding religious beliefs other than the main world religions. So in other words, anybody who is not Christian or Muslim. Words like that is how Christianity was able to take over the entire planet by creating a bad word for people who didn't convert. He is pagan! Kill him! Back to Christmas. Who is this guy? Well, it's Santa Claus. He's actually based off a real person named St. Nicholas, but you probably knew that already. But did you know that St. Nick was a bishop in the Church of Turkey? He anonymously gave 3 bags of gold to a poor family, and after that, everybody just made up this legend about anonymous gifts coming from a guy named St. Nicholas, and Santa Claus was born. Now he lives in the North Pole, even though he's from the Middle East. So that means that originally Santa Claus's gift giving was a noble act of helping the poor. But in the 1800s, companies found that it was far more profitable to make it about little kids, because of course people will buy gifts for kids before they buy them for poor people. And so companies like Macy's started using Santa's name to make Christmas into a corporate capitalist fiasco. But here is the biggest point of this video. In America alone, we spend more than $465 billion on Christmas presents every year. Those are gifts for one day, $465 billion. Well, check this out. According to Charity Water, you can buy a well for $5,000 that will provide water for 250 people for 20 years. And according to Feed the Children, you can buy a meal for 300 people for $120. So if you do the math, $120 times 3 meals a day times 365 days a year, then add in the cost of the water well, you could provide 300 starving people with food and water for a whole year with only $136,400. So if we take that $465 billion we spend, we could feed 1,020 million people for a year. Well, it gets crazier. According to World Food Program's hunger statistics, there are only 795 million starving people on Earth. So that means with the money America alone spends on one Christmas, we can literally end world hunger for a year. Now let's take that one step further. If we just did away with the entire gift-giving part of Christmas, and every year we use the same money that we would have spent on presents to instead feed the poor, there would be no such thing as hunger, and the entire world would have food. Merry Christmas. I love you.
This is what they don't teach you in school about Christmas, because for black folks who lived under slavery, Christmas was a brief period of freedom and an opportunity for some spiritual reflection. This period for enslaved people gave them some time off to visit family and even a time to eat rare festive foods. Christmas also offered an opportunity for escape. For example, Helen and William Craft used their travel passes that were granted to them by their enslavers to reach their freedom in 1848. Christmas could also represent not only physical freedom, but spiritual freedom and a hope for better days ahead. Some enslaved people rejected their enslavers' interpretation of Christmas, equating it to distributing bonds of servitude. They found solace in the promises of freedom and life of Jesus Christ. After emancipation, Christmas would take on a brand new meaning as black traditions evolved, incorporating some African customs and creating unique culinary traditions. However, the socioeconomic plight and rapid racial discrimination continued to make Christmas a time for introspection well into the 20th century. It wasn't until the Great Migration that there was a shift towards a more economic black Christmas traditions, and this is where you see the creation of the iconic black Santa Claus. Through all of this, the black church remained central to black Christmas celebrations, fostering community, and gospel choirs and spiritual hymns and jazz performances began to be a mainstay of black Christmas celebration. Even today, black church is central to Christmas celebrations, with a 2019 research stating that 80% of black people are likely to attend church services on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. So, what are you doing for your Christmas holiday?
Yeah, there you have it, man. A little breakdown of the holidays. How y'all feeling?
Tired.
Yeah. Divine on the track. What's going on?
What up, though?
What up?
Get a microphone like the one you have.
Yeah, man. It's a good investment.
I'm good, though. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everybody. What's going on?
Yeah, we discussing that same holiday you just named.
Yeah.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Merry Black Christmas to y'all.
Yeah. So with them videos y'all just saying, I mean, do y'all really? Let's be honest. Do y'all really celebrate Christmas for the actual Christmas or for get-togethers and memories with your family? 'Cause it
Ooh,
The
seems like
first one,
okay, the first one.
the first option. Yeah.
first one. I
So
kind of do
y'all,
both.
so y'all celebrating it for Jesus' quote unquote birthday, even though that's not his birthday,
I'm
quote
not too
unquote.
particularly religion, so yeah, the first option, man. I mean, as you learn to grow older, you learn that the time with family and friends is short, so you try to maximize time with them versus at the workplace or really anywhere else.
I feel you.
Don't get me
CJ,
wrong.
how you feel about?
I normally celebrate just for the gifts, but also for celebrating the birthday. Well, technically not Jesus' birthday, and also sometimes to get together with family and stuff, and time off.
Right. So how do y'all feel about the first video when he was saying how much we spend and what we can actually do with that same money, like in world hunger, things like
Yeah,
that.
that sounds good. But I'm gonna roll that video back a little bit because I like to live in reality and practicality. So
No.
like that sounds good, but I don't think anybody's gonna. I don't think majority of the families in the United States are not going to dismiss a whole Christmas to feed the entire world or others. So you know maybe a percentage of the United States may chip in and do that, but as far as like everybody all in on once, we haven't came together collectively like that to do something you know um, that beneficial to us or for the world in a long time. So um, you're talking about like a very massive world event for something that for us to kind of collectively all come together and set aside our differences to accomplish something like that. But it would be nice to see.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely would be nice to see. But I just feel like how many times are we gonna keep like doing the same thing? It's so repetitive at this point. It's just like besides the family and the get together, it's like what are we actually accomplishing besides losing out on money and stuff like that?
We're accomplishing time spent together because
It just seems like every year
Yeah.
it's not getting no better, but we still celebrate. Are we celebrating failure? Are we
wait, wait,
celebrating
what's not getting any better? Clarify that for me.
the world financially? Wars going on, so much shit going on right now.
Right.
But we just
I
put all that
started.
to the side to sugarcoat to put sugar on shit. That's what I'm saying.
Well, financial. Yeah. Well, every year, like every year we spend the same money on damn gifts. I started to make some gifts, but my dad was like, "Oh no, spend some money. Oh no, buy some gifts. Buy some gifts. Let them know you're thinking of them." And it's like,
Yeah.
oh my god. It's like y'all just profit off some other people's money. What y'all just love others just because of what they buy your asses.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Did our ancestors go to Target and buy gifts or did they just, share gifts with one another and
What do you mean by
things
share
like that?
gifts?
Like share gifts like homemade gifts,
Oh, yeah.
crafts.
I started to do that, but black folks, we just gotten lazy and decide, just spend money, just do this easy route, just take the damn shortcut, spend money, yada yada yada, on some shit that some people, even not some of the relatives, would never use.
Yeah, facts. Especially the kids. Like that's what I'm saying. I got a little daughter and it's just like these gifts, like she only playing with them for a few months, not even a whole year. So all I'm saying is, could we like, okay, gift giving is good, but why aren't we accustomed to giving stocks, things like that, things that's gonna grow instead of like toys and Barbies.
These Negroes ain't gonna learn. These Negroes up today are just so far damn gone. I'm sorry.
I feel you,
I
Ken.
don't know, Smooth. Good question.
Or a mix, a balance. Okay, we can get the toy, but what else? Like, what's up? It's like the toy don't have no substance. When they
So,
5
okay,
and
yeah, so you're
10,
looking for gifts with meaning or some more depth to them than just like the
yeah,
surface level, just to kind of distract somebody's attention.
yeah,
Um, One, probably because they're harder to obtain. First
mhm,
off, is you probably have to get to know the person, right, and then figure out a gift that's meaningful to them, to like what their goals are. So that would take some time and some effort to kind of get, and they'll more likely be more expensive.
right.
Um, yeah, and then I don't know. Let to ponder on that a little bit, but yeah, like why give a Barbie instead of stock or vice versa?
Yeah,
Yeah, good question.
yeah. All I'm saying is these holidays, are they just putting a band-aid over the scars that we have from the family to the financials to the world economic state we in? Like, it's so much homelessness is on the rise, like at
Yeah,
a
but we don't want
rapid
to.
level.
Yeah, but we don't want to dismiss the fact that we as just people, just as human beings, I think we need time for community and healing. And that's kind of what the holidays are. As part of what I think the holidays is supposed to be about, or supposed to accomplish, is to regroup, see friends, family, loved ones you haven't seen in a while, to catch up, and then to start the work week all over again. Unfortunately, but like you know what I mean, there's almost some. It's almost like the government gives us time to allow just to kind of regroup, reconnect, and then you know turn open the and then go back to work the following day. So um I would say, why is that time not more stretched out? You know what I'm saying? Like why do we work so much versus having more leisure time? I feel like that's a little out of balance because of the 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 work 40-hour work week was based off factory life back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and that the majority of that type of labor has shifted a lot, and so the need for it to be there 8 to 5 is no longer really valid. But
Yeah,
anyway, that's a conversation for a different time. Yeah, I don't know, but I would wish we would get some more time at home versus being at work.
for sure, for sure. I'm just saying, like, on the family time, that's good, that's great. But even like, okay, we had these big dinners, we had these big parties, fiestas, whatever you want to call them. And like, even with the leftovers, why don't we just give all our leftovers to the homeless? Why don't we give all the stuff we not using throughout the year to the less fortunate? You know, we just throw shit away. We just like, we so like carefree.
Oh yeah, I agree. I do think we as people are very wasteful, and so I do think we could be doing a lot better with um, repurposing our waste and utilizing other fashions. Um, Definitely, leftover foods and food scraps that are not going to be eaten can definitely be given to zoos and to the homeless. Um, like food is decomposable, so that can be composted. So anybody who's listening who cares, please compost all your food scraps if you can, if that's an option. Or let's heavily look into that, because all food scraps return to the earth. Um, yeah, we can definitely do more to help out, to better repurpose our waste. So I agree with you.
CJ, how you feel?
I agree with the analysis of what we just said. We save all these leftovers until they go bad. Instead of doing that, like you suggested, feed it to the homeless shelters.
Yeah, all restaurants should be on that type of time. Like all restaurants, like Cracker Barrel and others who make or produce massive meals for the holidays and have leftover foods. All that shit should be donated to um, um, homeless shelters, and what's the other center I'm looking for? Um, Foster homes, um, um,
Shelters.
shelters. Yeah, it was one where like the kids who were like what's the one like abandoned kids,
Yeah.
and yeah, in homes like that. Yeah, they please donate all that food to them.
Also got another question. Why when we actually come together this one time throughout the year, people haven't seen each other in forever. Why like are we programmed just to talk about nonsense and what's going on in the media and sports? Why don't we talk about, hey, what's up with the family life insurance policy? What's up with a family trust? What's up with
with,
us the
with
real
because
estate?
with because we're too accustomed of our own life and bullshit, the bills,
Right.
oh, we gotta, I gotta go work because the bills come first. Bills come first. This bills come first. That, all these bills bullshit.
Right.
And I think to add to that, I don't think the families are close. Families are as close as you think to even start like having those types of discussions.
Oh
There are
yeah.
some. I mean, I think there's some, but I feel like those are rare and few and far between. But for the most part, I don't think families are tight knit like that. To be like, um,
Why do you think that though? We once was.
I agree. I agree. I feel like the need and the standard to be an adult and out on your own at 18, to be so independent is
The number one priority.
I think, oh yeah, I think it's an unfortunate or a misplaced number one priority, right? I would say I think it should be 25, but that's for a different conversation. Um, but yeah, I feel like because that's a priority, it disrupts the family unit. And now there's nothing wrong with trying to be independent, but I feel like the need to be so need for independence and to be so detached from your family unit to start create your own life and to I guess leave the rest behind.
And also,
Um, that
also,
mindset kind of perpetuates through the United States, but it's not the same throughout the rest of the
and
world.
sometimes certain family members are so freaking possessive
Mm,
and
Oh yeah,
so
family
jealous
can be toxic for sure.
and, and so jealous and so narcissistic and so
mm.
toxic.
Speak
Yeah,
on it, cuz. That sound about right. Speak on it.
I mean, certain family members, all about them because they're jealous. They're probably so jealous and so bitter that their lives are just about over, and their relatives are just shining on with their own lives. While their asses probably just have to sit at home or stay stagnant in stagnation. But maybe it's because of okay, maybe it's because life, like shit happens in life, or maybe it's because your own goddamn choices.
Mm-mm.
And
That's fact.
also, when the relative does do better, then they get jealous or, oh, you think you're better than us. Well, maybe they want to do better and not sit and struggle or sit in freaking poverty and be comfortable living in poverty like your ass is, like your ass sometimes wants to do, just want to be lazy, just take the easy way out and just live in poverty and shit and not want
Yeah,
better. You just
I,
want to
I
sit and struggle.
I can agree with you on the on certain aspects of your answer, but what I want to know as well is like we don't come together to build. We only talk about partying and bullshit. But this the main thing I feel like we have to change. Like we have
Oh,
to change this narrative.
also, even, there are also certain relatives that when you try to build something and try to help their asses, they just screw it up.
Yeah, of course. But what I'm saying is we have to stop shutting down that one person in the family that always comes up with off the wall ideas and business ventures. We have to stop doing that because I'm one of them people and I don't like, you know what I'm saying? It gets to the point you don't even want to share your brilliant ideas with your bloodline because sometimes they're the main ones to shoot it down. Am I right or am I wrong?
Honestly, I'm on the same boat.
And sometimes that shit hurt, man.
I'm on the same boat. It's like I just don't share shit anymore. I just honestly, I'm trying to program to myself to, just work in silence and live in silence.
I feel like a lot of us, as far as melanated people, black people, we small minded, man. We local jokers. I'm gonna just be honest with you. We don't think global.
I would critique that by saying, um, why are you worried about other people's opinions? Like, why if you share with your cousin that doesn't share the same views as you, if you're just trying to share just to share them and maybe just to see what they have to say, that doesn't mean it doesn't mean what they have to say would be right or be
Yeah, of
wrong.
course,
So
but it's just
you just
like,
hear for an opinion and keep it going. Like, still
why
pursue
don't
that
uplift
endeavor.
your own bloodline? Like, damn, that's crazy.
What, can you repeat that and hear that part?
Go ahead, Devon.
No, you, Jazz.
Oh, I
You said.
said, why not uplift your own bloodline? Like, why? Like, I don't understand certain people, man.
Some people, A, is financial and they just don't have it.
Yeah.
Some people
Words of
like
encouragement though are free. You don't have to have the dime.
right. Like CJ said, sometimes other people don't want to see you get the best of them, even your own bloodline. They don't want to see you do better than them. Like that. The jealousy and self sabotage is a real thing. Or say self sabotage within the family, right? So self sabotaging others,
Yeah,
and self
definitely
including
self
was
sabotage.
referring to the family unit. Yeah,
And also people pleasing. And honestly, I'm not going to mention
that
that
too.
here. You know, people pleasing. We have a couple of people pleasing family members. I'm not going to mention that here, but
Yo, don't mention that, cuz don't do that. But
But why don't
yeah,
we?
though.
Um, I don't know. I would probably suggest that change the circle of people that you interact with. Like you know what I'm saying? Like change that circle of people. Like if you're not getting any support, um, whether it's like verbal or spiritual confirmation or financial confirmation in terms of like what your goals are, yeah, I would think twice about the people you interact and choose to interact with, and try to find people who are encouraging. Like, but you also have to be mindful about feedback in the sense like, okay, so you do need a mirror. So you do need somebody who's going to tell you the truth and give you a mirror and say, hey, listen, this is what you're getting into, and you need to be cautious about these things going forward or as you pursue this. But
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with somebody being like, critical because they care for you, right? To like want you to succeed, and just make sure you're mindful of obstacles as you decide to pursue a certain route. I think that's fine to have or necessary to have, because you need those people who's going to have your back in terms of that way. Even though they may not want to support what you're doing, but they're nice to have around, or important to have around.
Yeah, for sure. But that's like criticism.
Hmm.
Uh like that's normal. But I'm talking like people know what I'm talking about. CJ know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just straight downplaying. Just straight like shitting on you know what I'm saying? It's a difference from criticism to like
Just
why the fuck you even
like,
mention that
nah,
shit? Yeah.
yeah, nah, that'll never work. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I
CJ,
just
thoughts on it?
um, not right now. If it comes up, I'll probably bring it up.
Well, Smooth, are you asking like how to deal with those people, or just why would they even like say that?
I'm just saying like how to deal with them. Like
I just
why
don't deal with it.
are
I just
why,
cut them off. I don't deal with
yeah,
them kind of
yeah,
toxic ass family members.
just cut 'em off. That's the best bet. I was just trying to get at the actual like psychological, like why are we even at this point? Is it because this country we in? Because a lot of other countries don't move how we move. Like
Agreed. And sometimes hurt people, and you can switch it in terms to like what you're saying in terms of economics. So if economically, other family members are hurting and struggling, and just trying to make ends meet and trying to get by. Sometimes they're not always in the best mind state or in the right headspace, right? To give you an encouragement. They're worried or stressed about the things that are going on in their life. Like, economically, they're financially stressed. They can't
And
really
not, and
think
not only
outside their own head to even encouragement. So maybe some financial relief to the public would help um, bring out some encouragement, some positivity like towards other people. You know what I'm saying, and allow people to help other people. But
or
Yeah,
some
it
or
could be
some
multiple reasons.
or some other people, and not just financially. Some people, some relatives are just angry and bitter because maybe they just got diagnosed with cancer or something, and then taking out on other people and using other people as scapegoat.
Yeah, and then one more thing. I think generational trauma is a real thing, right? So like other family members who have had generational trauma passed down to them, and they haven't healed, or they haven't healed. Um, they sometimes unintentionally pass that trauma on to others. You know what I'm saying? But whether they know it or not. Um,
It's like
and
gaslighting.
yeah, and it kind of becomes like their personality, and again, sometimes they're aware of it, sometimes they're not. But if they had an abusive or negative family member, or family member, mom and dad, and that kind of shapes them a little bit, they're not even maybe even aware that they're like that. They just know that that's what they're familiar with, and they could just be being like that just because like that's all they know. And so they may even want to not think like that or not even be like that, but sometimes they're not even aware of it, and they just continue to pass that same energy on the others. And so you got to give people, I guess, there's grace and the grain of salt. And so, because hurt people. So, and misery loves company. So, if they don't believe in your idea and don't want to see you succeed,
Definitely those companies.
then y'all can sit around and smoke weed and drink all, every weekend, after work at 5 p.m. So,
But
but
also, who
how many
wants to
times?
sit all day?
Yeah, but I mean, how many times do you need to do that? I mean, does that not get old after, I don't know, weeks, months, a couple years of doing that? Don't you want to do something else on the weekend?
Yeah, you're right.
Self-victimizing. It's just victimizing type of shit. They just love to be a victim. They just love to be the victim instead of
Yeah,
making a
Yeah,
change.
and victimhood's a real thing too. That's right.
yeah. I just feel like it's just, I guess with us type, with our skin color type of people, I feel like it's just years and years and years of trauma, abuse, um, being let down, just being at the bottom of the totem pole for so long. They just feel like it's a normal type of thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, here's another take on it too. People who have power are reluctant to give up their own power. So, not this is not really directed to your point, but like just in general. So like keeping the cycle going of mentorship and bringing people who are younger and bright and have always full of ideas and energy, and bring them up into and put in positions of power where they can succeed. So basically, selfishness. So people who already have power um, are very reluctant to give up that power and see it
But see, this how I
and
feel
see it being
sometimes.
misused.
In today's time, it's all about resources. The power is gonna change. The power shift gonna change. It's not the same. It's all resource to me. It's all like who got the connect, share the plug type situation. I don't really feel like. I mean, it's families, it's all that, but all that's coming to like a halt. Like it's a new world right now. Like anybody can
Right,
have.
and resources are limited, so that's going to create scarcity, and that will be problematic in the future.
Absolutely.
But where are you going with that?
I'm saying like it's more accessible to wealth and knowledge than any other time in the world. Today's time.
Agreed. I would say right now it's probably the most access to knowledge than you've ever been. Well, also the most access to misinformation as well than there's ever been. So the key for our generation and for everybody is to be able to be a better filter and decipher of information, and then to be a better, like you said, to detective in terms of like doing your research and checking sources and solidifying or verifying the facts. So um, yeah.
Yeah. So hold on, let's bring in a guest. We got C4 the realist. Let's see what he talking about, man. He might not even want to speak on this. Let's see. C4, what up, man? How you feeling?
True, true.
We talking about Christmas, celebrating Christmas. Do you think it's a waste of time, or how you feel about it?
Yeah, waste of money.
You said what?
Yeah, waste of money and time.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm trying to tell him. But you know, with the kids, we'll probably never stop celebrating because we got our kids so programmed to this shit. They believe in Santa Claus instead of their parents, man. What's going on?
It's supposed to be like that.
Nah, fuck that. I don't like that. Hold on, cuz you got your headphones in. We hearing some noise in the back.
Yeah, I got me.
All right, okay, cool. But yeah, though. Hold on, cuz. We gonna come right back to you. Hold on. But yeah, though. So yeah, it ain't got to be a long show today. I just wanted to really discuss that. Y'all got some more topics, or y'all want to end it? Y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about?
That's about it, man. That's about it.
That's about it.
Hey, next year we gotta one of y'all gotta start y'all solo show. Come on, let's get to it.
Okay, I'm working on it. I'm trying to finish it up.
We gotta
Say what?
evolve. We
I'm trying
gotta
to finish it up.
evolve.
You
Come
gotta
on.
grow.
We need more than just one show a week. We need about 2, 3.
I'm trying to hurry up.
You did a good job. You got that covered right now. You got the daily news. If
Yeah, but
anybody is
it's
checking
all
in, daily
me.
news.
Goddamn. I'm getting a
No,
little tired.
He wants one of us to be the host of our own show. So I gotta get to it. I gotta hurry up and get to it.
For a different audience, we need all audiences. All y'all bring a different audience.
I gotta. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to it real soon. Real shit.
Who listened to me? I'm goofy. Wait.
Yeah, they gonna love
But
that.
here's the
You
thing.
got a whole lot of
I'm
people on there.
also I'm shy as hell. You know, I'm shy as hell. Who the hell wants to listen to an autistic man?
Man, you know how many other autistic people gonna be like, man, I've been looking for a podcast that's dedicated. Come on now. You ain't the only one, cuz.
Okay, I'll get to it. I'll get back to it.
All right, man. We gonna end it like that. Shot yourself out.
I know y'all. You're gonna. I guess you guys gonna have to start holding me accountable, holding me to
Oh
it.
yeah. We gonna do a New Year's Eve episode if y'all available.
I'm working New Year's Eve, but I will see y'all in 2026.
Well,
Okay.
I'm actually gonna be. Well, I'm gonna let you know in the text, but
Yeah, let me know.
I should be able to join on New Year's Eve, but hopefully it won't. It's gonna be a little bit of a party, but hopefully not as loud. You know, these Negroes like to be as loud as hell.
Facts. All right, shut yourself out. We about to end it, man. It's all good.
Okay,
Love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Okay, next year in 2026, gonna be a new podcast, and produced by Real Conversation Podcast. Real soon.
All right. We holding you to it. Y'all heard it first.
There you go. Hey, listen, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everyone. I'll see y'all in 2026. Yes, sir. Smooth, tell the family I said hi, give them my love. And CJ, same to y'all. CFO, if you listen, how's your boy? Be safe, be good out there, and I'll see y'all next year, man.
All right, man. Love y'all, man.
Love y'all too. Peace.
All right. Cuz, what you gotta say, man? We ending the show. You missed out, dog.
Yeah, man. I gotta take care of some business.
All right. What's some special announcements you gotta say? Let the people know something.
New year, new shit to happen, man.
The C4 show coming or what's going on?
I don't know about no show, but some music, yeah, for sure.
What's coming out? Double disc, what? EP? What's going on?
Couple EPs, a couple singles.
All right. We gonna hear them first on the show or what? How you gonna drop them?
We can do that.
All right. Let them know where to find you. We out, my nigga. Let them know.
She follow Willis on what? Facebook and basic Instagram.
All right, cuz. I'm gonna holler at you. Love.
Love.
There y'all have it, man. Been another interesting episode. Real Conversation Podcast presented to you by Real Conversation Podcast Network. Appreciate all the followers, sub, comment down below. Let us know if y'all feeling this content. Donate if you can. Top left corner QR code. We appreciate y'all, man. Happy holidays, New Year's. Have a happy New Year's. We'll be back on New Year's Eve. Close the year out with a bang. Probably gonna be the longest show of the year. So stay tuned. Anybody who want to be on the New Year's Eve show, let me know. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Appreciate y'all. Much love. It's your boy, Mr. Smooth, one and only. You can't clone me, so you might as well troll me. That's my slogan. You know that. Appreciate y'all, man. Much love. Respect to everybody out there working hard, providing for their families. Much love. I'm gone.